Hey, welcome guys. So I was supposed to have the Note 7 review up this weekend. I've been testing it for 2.5–3 weeks roughly, and it was working fantastic. And building up to the next few days of this weekend, this is supposed to be filmed, reviewed, and up online. Unfortunately, my device in like the last 3–4 days just completely died. I go to a never-ending boot cycle on its own, and it starts to get rather warm. So I was kind of getting a little afraid that it might explode on me. So I researched on the net, and I was like, okay, maybe I should go into download mode. So I rebooted it into download mode. It's just frozen. There's a manual button to hit the restart, like force a manual restart. So I was like, okay, maybe that'll break the cycle. I did that, just kept rebooting infinitely again. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll go into recovery mode, which is kind of like BIOS screen for a computer. And then I'll kind of wipe everything from there and reboot it yet again. Instead, it went to some sort of strange upgrading Android OS screen. It's not supposed to do that. I have no idea why I did that. And man, this thing would get super hot. Like, I mean really, really hot. I thought it was going to explode on me. I actually panicked. I was like, this is not going to work. I had to force a reboot into download mode yet again, that special download mode version. And I had no idea what to do with this device. I couldn't drain the battery to shut it down. At one point, I was sitting in front of the TV, literally holding the power button for 5 minutes. I was watching TV and just sitting there like this. So you can't yank the battery out because it's a uni-sealed body. So I was actually afraid, and I was like, I can't watch this device 24/7. It's just not going to work. So I ended up leaving it in the bathtub, because I was like, if it overheats and the battery just kind of pops, at least it's in the bathtub, it'll be safe, right? So fortunately, when I woke up, it finally was shut down. The Note 7 review is cancelled. I was like, I can review it and then submit it for the battery recharge recall. That's not going to work, it's dead. So I researched it, and it turns out if you have the same model as me, which is the SM-N930FD, it turns out on forums worldwide, thousands of people are going to forums worldwide and saying they have the exact same issue as me. So apart from the battery recall recharging problem, if you have the same model as me, you're prone to have a device that'll just completely go bonkers on you. A defective unit. So this is a brand new issue with Note 7 devices. I was like, okay, I have no choice but to submit it for the battery recall. So I was like, that'll fix a 2-in-1. The battery recharge problem with the exploding batteries, and then it'll fix, hopefully, the phone itself. I'll get a working unit. So I went to the Samsung website for the recall, the Canadian site, because I'm in Canada. They wouldn't accept the IMEI number. So they're like, hey, if you're having trouble with contact Samsung, call this number. So I call them, and they have no idea what to do with my phone, because it's an international unlocked version. They had to escalate the issue twice while they put me on hold on the phone, and they still had no idea what to do. They're like, we'll call you back in 48 business hours. So the problem here is that I was like, well, when I call back, or you know, if they don't get in touch with me, do I call you guys back? They're like, yeah, call after 2 business days. I was like, well, do you have some sort of reference number I can call back? Because I don't want to be on hold for another half hour yet again. They're like, no, you'll have to start the process all over again. Seriously, Samsung, like, and I went to Google, and it turns out if anyone around the world, so if you're in the UK and you also have an international unlocked version like myself, and you try to submit it for a recall, you're going to have a lot of issues. So Samsung is issuing a worldwide recall of the Note 7, but they didn't teach their employees what to do if you have an international unlocked version. This is one of the stupidest things I've ever heard. I've had the exact same issue with the Sony device in the past, where the device just completely died. Sony Canada's like, look, we're going to send you a North American locked Sony device replacement unit, but we'll also give you an unlock code to unlock it. That's very fair. That's actually perfect compensation. But Samsung doesn't even know how to take this back for the worldwide recall. So if you have the same situation as me, if you have the same model as me, or if you have an international unlocked version, you're having trouble returning it and for the recall, you're not alone. Thousands of people worldwide are having the exact same issues for both scenarios, and I fall into both categories, unfortunately. There may or may not be a Note 7 review. I might not care by then, even though I'm a huge Samsung fan. It's really unfortunate, but it is what it is. I just want to say that that's my unfortunate situation with the Note 7.